on the, he's waiting to get admitted into the meeting here.
For this file. For these files.
Yes, he has Kimberly Stanley versus Daryl Stanley. Is Kimberly Mr. Stanley, is Kimberly Stanley a family member of yours?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know where this attorney will be located, so I'll have to do a little up there. So, well, I mean, I'll let him in. Hopefully, it's not a bomb, a Zoom bomb.
I believe I do recall Mr. West.
Now you recall Mr. West? Okay.
I didn't recognize the name at first, Your Honor.
And not on it while court's in session. All right, so we are going on the record, the matter of the state of Michigan versus Rosemary Caruso, 231778. And Officer Sparwig, I'm going to ask you to please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear from the testimony about to give this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And if you could please state and spell your first and last names for the record, Officer.
Yes. Officer A-C-A-D-E, Barwig, B-A-R-W-I-G.
Okay, that's C-A-D-E-B-A-R-W-I-G. The audio isn't fantastic right now. It doesn't appear to be. Okay, you may proceed.
July 17th, 2023 at approximately 21:05 hours. Officer Cox, who was off duty, observed a blue Dodge Ram bearing Michigan plate 5 Nora Mary Henry 98. Officer Cox observed the Dodge Ram turning off of Lincoln Street in the city of Wyandotte to drive eastbound Goddard. When the Dodge Ram turned onto Goddard, it turned directly in front of Officer Cox, cutting him off. Officer Cox followed the Dodge Ram and observed multiple traffic violations and contacted Officer Agro, who was on duty at the time working the Wyandotte Police Department. Officer Cox relayed to Officer Agro. Officer Agro observed the blue Dodge Ram in the left lane of Biddle stopped at the St. John's traffic signal. Officer Agro indicated the Dodge Ram had a defective equipment violation. When the traffic signal turned green, the Dodge Ram turned into the Shoppers Valley Market located at 750 Biddle in the city of Wyandotte. Officer Agro followed the Dodge Ram into the parking lot and initiated a traffic stop by utilizing his emergency lights. Officer Agro observed a female with blonde hair exit the driver's door. The female is later identified as the defendant, Rosemary Nancy Caruso. While speaking with Caruso, Officer Agro observed several clues of intoxication as she had an odor of intoxicants and her speech was slurred. Officer Agro also searched her purse for an extended period of time and was unable to locate it. Caruso's identification was later found in the same purse by officers. Officer Agro asked Caruso to conduct standardized field sobriety tests. Caruso agreed to attempt the test. Throughout the test, Caruso showed several clues of intoxication. Officer Agro asked Caruso to submit to a portable breath test, and she agreed to take the test. The results of the PBT were 0.2 under arrest for operating while intoxicated. Caruso was transported to the Wyandotte Police Department, where she became disorderly and refused to cooperate with the procedure. While Officer Gardaki was reading Caruso her chemical test rights from the DI-177 form, Caruso continuously interrupted. When Caruso was asked to submit to a blood test, she refused. Officer Agro completed a search warrant for Caruso's blood. It was signed by Magistrate Mastro Giacomo. Caruso was transported to the Wyandotte Henry Ford Hospital, where registered nurse Nick Travis entered with the blood kit. Registered nurse Caruso's left arm, one at 22:18 hours and the other at 22:19 hours. The blood kit was sealed and sent. Caruso's lien shows 2 prior OWI convictions, August in 2013 in Detroit and October 2005 in Woodhaven.
All right, thank you. What is the family offenses charged were committed? There's probable cause the defendant committed those offenses. And counsel, your appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Christopher Secretary, of my client consenting to the matter heard via Zoom. As to the arraignment, I'm going formal reading. My client stands before.
All right, thank you. And Ms. Caruso, please stand up and state your name for the record.
Hi, Rosemary Caruso.
All right, thank you. The court will waive the formal reading. Ma'am, you do have the right to have an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the court will appoint one to represent you. And in fact, you've had an opportunity to meet with an attorney today, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to have a trial by a judge or by a jury. You also have the right to remain silent. Anything you say orally or in writing may be used against you in court. So you're all right. The court's going to enter plea of not guilty. You may have scheduled this matter for probable cause conference on July 27th at 9:40 a.m. And counsel as to bond.
Your Honor, as to bond, my client indicates she will appear in all future court dates, obviously. Position. However, she does reside with her two children, ages 17 and 18. She is on public assistance. We would respectfully request any leniency this honorable court could consider. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Ma'am, you don't work?
Not right now because I've been having liver appointments and stuff like that. I got a lot of health issues going on right now. And I blow every single day also for Southgate. And it was just a mess up.
I'm sorry.
She's on probation, Your Honor, in Southgate for a disorderly person. She was scheduled to get off in August, but she indicates she goes for alcohol daily.
Oh. Okay. Was alcohol involved in your matter in Southgate?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Your matter in Southgate, was alcohol involved in that?
Yes, Your Honor. Health issues going on right now. I do clean houses, but it's all like pretty much cash that I get. And I just wanted to say that I'm really sorry.
So then you work. Hold on, please. So then you're working.
Here and there, yes.
Okay. And so, ma'am, your health issues must not be that significant if you're able to do physical labor and clean houses.
Yeah, I got liver failure right now. I got some other stuff going on with my seizures and some medicine and, clean a couple houses and do what I have to do.
And so, ma'am, I'm going to venture a presumption that your liver issues and your seizures are from alcohol consumption, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so just so you're aware, there are many people that have the same conditions you have that still work. I don't know how you support yourself and your two children.
Right now, I'm on disability also, Your Honor.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
And how long have you been receiving disability?
How long have I been receiving it?
Yes.
About 7 years.
All right. And you're currently on probation for an alcohol-related offense. This is your third alcohol-related offense. And even though you're blowing every day with the 28th district court, that doesn't seem to be enough to prevent this incident from happening again. The court's taking into account the fact that you're currently on probation. This is your third alcohol-related offense. The court's going to indicate a $10,000, 10% bond.
Oh my.
In the
Honor, excuse me, ma'am.
yes.
Is there any way that you could give me a personal bond? I don't have $1,000 right now. And today's, I want to spend with my kids. It's my birthday and I want to be sober.
Ma'am. Oh, today is your birthday. Oh, well. Happy birthday. But no, the court's not amending your bond. You're currently on probation where you're not allowed to consume any alcohol. It's alleged you've consumed alcohol at a high level, I may add, at a 0.23 is what it's alleged at this point anyway. And this is your third alcohol-related offense. So for the safety of the public and yourself, the court's indicating a monetary bond and an alcohol tether, so that may be some motivation to follow the court's orders. All right. Move on that one. All right, we are going on the record in the matter of the City of Wyandotte versus William Hayden, 231697. And appearance, counsel?
Your Honor, good morning, Richard T. Serrano, P33828, appearing on behalf of with my client, Mr. Hayden, who is presently in Wayne County Jail in custody. Please state your name, sir.
Please unmute, Mr. Hayden. You need to unmute first, sir.
William Hayden.
All right, thank you. And today's the date scheduled for the pretrial in this matter. Counsel, you have an opportunity to speak to the prosecuting attorney.
My client is going to plead guilty as charged. I'm advising of his rights in ready for the court's examination.
All right, sir, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear from the testimony about to give this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
All right, thank you. Bless you. And bless you. And asked to count one trespass, sir, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And you've gone over your advice of rights with your attorney, correct?
Excuse me?
You've gone over your advice of rights with your attorney, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand all of those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Some of those rights, specifically your trial and appellate rights.
Yes, ma'am.
You also understand the possible penalty as a result of your plea, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And knowing all that, you still want to continue with your plea.
Yes, ma'am.
Has anybody promised you anything, threatened you, or coerced you in any way for you to enter into a plea?
No.
And counsel, if you can please vote to your client.
Mr. Hayden, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
On July 6, 2023, we're in the city of Wyandotte.
Yes.
And at that time, did you stay and sleep in and take up residence more or less in a shed belonging to another person?
Yes.
And you did not get satisfied?
The court is also satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and factually accurate. The court will accept your plea to count one of trespass, and we will schedule this matter for sentencing.
Your Honor, the court pleases, my client's been in custody continuously since this happened. I don't think he has anything else pending. Is the court disposed to sentence today?
Well, counsel, I don't have an updated criminal history, and so.
Can we talk about his release?
And he refused to fill out the paperwork for an attorney back on July 7th. So I don't even have any financial information. I don't have anything on him. And so I'm not prepared to pass sentence on your client when I don't have a full understanding.
I understand.
So we're going to schedule this matter for sentencing on August 9th. You are
I'm
here
gonna
that
lose
day,
all my
counsel.
jobs.
Yes, I am here.
At 9 a.m. Or we could maybe do, we could,
I don't understand.
just one moment, sir. Just a moment, sir. We could maybe do August 2nd, counsel. You're here that day.
Whatever the court.
All right, well, we won't be able to put any more on that day, so we'll do August 2nd,
August 2nd, at what time?
9 a.m. All right.
Will be address issue or bond, Your Honor?
Yes, counsel, the court indicated $5,000, 10% bond, GPS tether, no house arrest, not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs unless prescribed. And the basis for that was because your client does does not have an address listed, indicating he was homeless, and he does have a criminal history of some sort, specifically trespassing, and
Your Honor, I just wanted to say that it's true. He is homeless, but he tells me if he were released, he has somewhere to go now. I think he has an address to give you. And as he tried to mention, he has 3 part-time jobs. He feels he's, if not lost them already, that he's certainly going to lose them if he remains any longer in custody. So he cannot support himself, he cannot, we would hope the court would allow him to be released, at least on a GPS tether.
What are the 3 jobs that you have, sir?
Like I said before in front of you, I work for Sheldon Smiley Monday through Friday. I do concrete work and I cut 5 different people's grasses in Wyandotte.
Okay.
And like I said,
Is that you were living in a vacant house that you didn't have permission to be in.
I understand this. And like I was
And
saying.
so who is it that you're supposed to, that you say you can stay with?
His name is Sheldon Smiley. He buys houses to flip them. He was in a process, like I told you, the last time I was there, I was meeting him that Friday to get keys for a house on North Drive where I was gonna be staying inside that house with all the tools.
You have to have an address before you can even be released with the tether. So.
I know one of the addresses of the house we're working on is 667 North Drive. And the other house that we'll be working on is right across the street from that. That's why I don't know the exact address. I know the one address at the house we're working on now. But I've
You
been trying
didn't know
to
the address
can,
2 seconds
to work.
ago, and now you know the address. What's that?
Oh, I told you before, the one address we're working on is 667 North Drive. While we were working on this one, he was in the process of buying the other one.
Okay, so how do you know if he's actually purchased it yet?
He told, the last time I talked to him is that he purchased it. And that's why I was going to meet him and I was going to be given the keys to that house to where no one will be able to break in and steal it because I would be there with the power tool.
And how long have you worked for Mr. Smiley?
I've been working for him for a year.
And so you live in houses that he purchases and fixes up to flip? Is that what you do?
Sometimes, yeah, if we have to have the power tools there, yes. Otherwise, I was staying with friends, just doing what I could.
All right, well, the concern the court has is that Mr. Hayden can't be located if he fails to appear for court. The court will reduce the bond to be 2,500, 10%, counsel, but I'm not amending it to be a personal bond.
Well, I'm gonna resolve my job then, so that's all I know.
Conditions are continued. Thank you.
Thank you.
But let's go off the record for a moment. Wayne County Jail